So today Baba's talking about subtle service through good wishes and pure feelings. Shubh Bhavna, Shubh Kamna. Very important words to remember. Today, the world benefactor, Bap Dada, is looking at his world benefactor companions. All the children are instrument companions in the Father's task of world benefit. It's beautiful that Baba's elevating us to that stage where he sees us as his companions for service. They all have the one thought in their minds that all the distressed souls in the world should be benefited. While walking and moving around and carrying out any task, there are only these pure feelings in their minds. On the path of devotion too, they have these feelings, but the pure feelings that devotee souls have are just for temporary benefit. They want something or another on an external level for themselves, for others around them. But of course, Baba teaches us something much higher than that. You children who are Jnani souls have knowledgeful, benevolent feelings for all souls that are for all time and for the benefit of all. So we are not just remembering my sister, my mother should have benefit, or my brother or my friend, but literally all souls of the world should have benefit. You feel for the present and also the future that every soul should become happy for many births and full of all attainments, because you souls have received an imperishable inheritance from the Father. The fruit of your pure feelings is transforming the souls of the world. What we are seeing now is people being more and more receptive. And so, yes, time is moving on and they're aware of that, but also the reality that Baba's children across the world have been developing this practice of sending out good wishes, pure feelings to the world. As you progress further, even the elements will be transformed. Amazing, the power that good wishes can have. I'm thinking about all the floods, all the fires that have happened on the West Coast, Canada, USA, and so on. And just think, the power of good wishes, pure feelings is going to transform the fire, the water, the earth, the air, and make it pure again with Baba, of course, but all of us helping Baba too. The elevated pure feelings of you souls are such that they bring attainment of such elevated fruit. This is why you are remembered as world benefactor souls. Do you know that your pure feelings have this much importance? Do you move along while using your pure feelings in an ordinary way, or do you use them knowing their importance? People of the world also speak of pure feelings. Diwali time, Christmas time, what we do? Send everyone in our contact good wishes, pure feelings, that they should have happiness and well-being forever. And we mean it at that time, but we don't actually know how to do it in Lokik life. We're sending them good wishes and our pure feelings, but we don't really know what it's all about. Your pure feelings are not only pure, they are also powerful, because you are elevated, confluence-aged souls. And according to the drama, very special significance of Sangam Yug, the confluence sage has the blessing of receiving instant, visible fruit. You give Baba this much, and Baba gives you this much, unlimited. And I'm sure everybody has their own experience of this. Just a little bit for Baba from my side, and so much, so much, so much from Baba. This is why souls receive the visible fruit of your pure feelings. All the souls who come into connection or relationship with you experience at that very moment the fruit of peace and love. They don't know where it's come from. Sometimes they think it's from above, but sometimes they say, well, we don't know. But if they know that it's from above, that's a very good sign, because truly, when we sit in Baba's yard and send out good vibrations, then Baba's light and love and peace reaches the souls in need. There cannot be pure feelings without pure desires. There is always the desire for mercy for all souls, that this soul too should be able to claim a right to the inheritance. There is compassion for every soul, that this soul belongs to our godly family, so why should he remain deprived? You have this pure desire, do you not? Pure desires and pure feelings are the foundation of service. When you serve any souls, if you don't have good wishes and pure feelings, those souls cannot attain instant visible fruit. One type of service is to do everything as a discipline, as a system, and you simply relate whatever you have heard. The other service is with your good wishes and pure feelings. Your pure feelings enable them to have faith in the Father. When I speak from my heart, and it's with feelings of faith in Baba and love for Baba, with that bhavna, then that's what gives other souls that experience of coming close to Baba. They become instrumental in enabling them to attain fruit from the Father. Pure feelings can become instrumental in enabling a soul sitting far away to attain fruit. Just as the facilities of science are instrumental in bringing souls who are far away into a close relationship, everybody on the line now must have experienced how COVID became a big push to move 10 steps forward in terms of using technology for service. So sound, vision, everything happening from a distance. Your sound is able to reach them, your message reaches them, your vision reaches there. Since the power of science is able to give the fruit of closeness for a short time, can your powerful, pure feelings of silence not give fruits, not give souls fruit from a distance? However, the basis for this is having accumulated so much power of silence in yourself, because it is the power of silence that is able to give this alokik experience. As you progress further, you will continue to experience these practical examples. Pure feelings means, how can they come? Powerful thoughts. Of all the powers, the speed of the power of thought is the fastest. The speed of thought is faster than all the fast facilities that have been created through science. Reality, that is how it is. Whatever they've been able to create, the power of Baba's children's thoughts is far, far greater and faster. You have pure feelings for a soul or for the unlimited souls of the world. That is, you have good and pure, powerful thoughts that that soul should benefit. For you to have that thought or feeling means that that soul will experience receiving peace and power through some special help. For instance, even now, some children did some tasks for which they didn't have that much courage or capability. However, with Bab Dada's extra help, that task was able to be accomplished easily, or that obstacle was removed. Again, the establishment of each and every center everywhere in the world has been, well, I couldn't have done this. It was Baba who made it happen. And that is the reality. How could there be so many beautiful centers and retreat centers across the world if it weren't for the one above? And so whoever is the instrument, it's our fortune to be an instrument, but I know that I couldn't have done it. No one individual can say, I have done this. It's Baba who's pulling the strings of the puppets and making them dance. They will experience the subtle service of you, master world benefactor souls, in a practical way. It will take less time, fewer facilities, and less money. But sounds easy. Less time, less money, less facilities. But for that, your minds and intellects have to remain constantly free. You keep your minds and intellects very busy with little things. And this is why the subtle line of the speed of service is not clear. Just look back over even 1 hour. And I know for you it's early morning, so that's fine usually. But after class, then check yourself for an hour and see, where are my thoughts going? What is the quality of feelings that are being generated through my thoughts? And you'll be very surprised. You'll be surprised that you thought you could be a karma yogi, and maybe not quite. You thought that maybe you'd be able to keep that link with Baba all the time, and you discovered that only a very short percentage of that time you're able to do this. Why? Because the intellects are occupied, busy with many, many little things. You keep the lines of your minds and intellects very much engaged in ordinary situations. And this is why this subtle service doesn't take place at a fast speed. So for this, pay special attention to be in solitude, ekant, solitude, to go inside and go into the depths of one, and to have concentration, ekagrta. No matter how busy souls who love solitude are, they can take a few moments to experience solitude every now and again. So, traffic control. I think most people observe traffic control in one form or another. And instead of just 2 minutes, 3 minutes of silence, can I extend that for another 2 or 3 minutes and just experiment with it and see if that practice of every hour increasing my time of concentration and inner solitude, if that works for you. I'm sure that the more attention we give to any subject, as of course in everything we do, that subject becomes excellent. And so the ability to pause and step away from that situation, but also be with Baba and ask Baba, what is the cause of my discomfort? Baba would probably point you in the direction of all of these things that Baba's saying, especially the traffic control. Experiment with it and see how things develop and the power of concentration continues to grow. So, no matter how busy souls who love solitude are, they can take a few moments to experience solitude every now and then. Souls who love solitude become so powerful that at any time they're able to use their subtle powers, their minds and intellects, to concentrate on whatever and wherever they want. Even if the external situation is one of upheaval, souls who have love for solitude will be able to become stable and concentrated in a second by going into the depths of one. As time moves on, we are seeing how suddenly things keep happening, circumstances that we couldn't have imagined, fires happening just across the hills from where I can see them, floods coming to such an extent that I had never imagined would happen in the place in which I live or work. So when all that is going on, our attention is very distracted. I want to sort it out. I want to find this. I want to be able to do that. I want to save this. I want to do that. And to come to that stage of sending out Baba's light and might, even for myself or for others, is going to be challenging. So we have to develop this love for solitude and becoming stable and concentrated in a second by going into the depths of one. There may be a lot of noise of waves on the surface of the ocean, also a lot of upheaval, but there isn't that upheaval at the bottom of the ocean. So when you go into the depths of one, when you go into the depths of the ocean of knowledge, all upheaval will end and you will become stable and concentrated. Practice now. And the more you practice now, the more your capacity becomes stronger and you're able to experience it whenever you choose. Did you hear what subtle service is? Everyone continually uses the words good wishes, pure feelings. However, by knowing the importance of these and putting them into practice, you will become instruments to give many souls the experience of instant and visible fruit. So that's Baba's main message to everyone. Short, but very powerful, giving us lots of indicators of why yoga isn't as powerful as it could be, or even as I want it to be. And so Baba guiding us gently in the right direction. And then Baba's spoken to the teachers. The duty of teachers is to serve. The greatness of teachers is in serving. If the practical proof of doing service is not visible, then that teacher would not be in the list of capable teachers. The greatness of teachers is in their service. So you were told of the subtle form of service. You continue to serve with your lips, but in fact, both service through your lips and with the good feelings in the mind need to be simultaneous. Not the one, not the other, but both together. Words and feelings will do double the work. The practice of the subtle service is needed over a long period of time. That is, it is needed from now. Because as you progress further, the form of service will definitely change. At that time, you will not be able to make yourself busy doing subtle service. External situations will pull your intellect. They will attract your intellect. What will the result be then? You won't be able to keep a balance of remembrance and service at a time when it's absolutely vital, when you need it the most. Therefore, check the line of service of your minds and intellects from now. You teachers know how to check yourself and do this, do you not? Teachers teach others, and so you must surely know it yourself. That is why you teach others, is it not? All of you are capable teachers, are you not? The speciality of a capable teacher is that just reflect and ask yourself what that is. So, constantly busy, serving through the mind, words, and actions. You will then automatically become free from other things. So keep that aim of being the benefactor, pure thoughts, good wishes, pure feelings, and it be so interesting and occupy so much of your time and attention that there won't be time for anything else. Then the double service through my mind and through my words will happen in a very natural way. I was now talking to Kumaris, and Kumaris also in just a few minutes. So I was pointing out the specialities of both and the opportunities for both. Kumaris have also come. Kumaris means those who are going to be teachers in the future. This is why you are called Brahma Kumaris. If you are not going to be a server in the future, then you are a Kumari only worth a few pennies. What do Kumaris do? They carry a basket, a burden of their work, do they not? Chasing after a few pennies. Bapdada is amused with Kumaris. You're ready to carry the burden of a basket, but you're not able to have the courage to stay in God's home, that is, at the service places. Amazing, but understandable also. To have a job, whether it's 9 to 5 or whether it's for a few hours or many hours, it's steady, it continues. To stay at a center, and the sanskars of the students, the sanskars of the self, the sanskars of your companions, all of it becomes a big story. So Baba's saying, you are not such weak Kumaris, are you? Even if you're still studying, you would have the future aim to have a job or do world service, would you not? To have a job means to sustain yourself. You don't have any children whom you have to sustain. You have a job so that you're able to look after yourself comfortably and continue to move along. Have the aim of giving souls of the world the Father's sustenance. Since you can become instruments for many souls, what is sustaining just yourself compared to that? To be able to receive blessings from so many is such a huge income. It's a challenge, but it's also huge fortune and reward. In earning that income, you may earn 5,000 or 500,000. But to receive blessings from so many souls is such a huge income, and this will go with you for many births. Where will that 500,000 go? Either in your home or it'll stay in the bank. One always has an elevated aim, not an ordinary one. Baba is wanting every child to step up and claim the highest fortune. So Baba is inspiring and encouraging everyone. At the confluence age, in this one birth now, you receive such a golden chance to become an instrument for unlimited service. You will not receive this offer even in the golden age. You continue to look at the newspapers for the offer of a job, do you not? Here, the Father himself is offering you this service. So become worthy right hands. You mustn't become ordinary Brahma Kumaris. If you don't become a worthy server, then instead of doing service, you would continue to take service. It is not difficult to become a worthy server. When you don't become a worthy server, you are then afraid of how things will happen, whether you will be able to continue or not. When you don't have the capability, you feel afraid. Those who are capable are carefree emperors. Whether it is physical capability or a capability of knowledge, it makes a person valuable. If there isn't that capability, there is no value. The capability of serving is the greatest capability. Nothing can stop such a worthy soul. What is Baba talking about when he means worthy? It sounds very elevated and maybe even very difficult. And then Baba makes it very easy. To be worthy means mine is one Baba. That is all. There is nothing else. Did the Kumaris hear? So that's it. Baba's saying, just say, I am Baba's and Baba is mine and none other. That's all Baba wants. And you become worthy. That's it. And now it's the turn of the Kumars. Many Kumars have also come. Kumars race a lot. In service too, you race with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm. However, the speciality and greatness of the Kumars is that you have been free from obstacles from the beginning until now. If Kumars are free from obstacles, they are remembered as very great Kumars, because people of the world also think that it is more difficult for the Kumars to be capable than the Kumaris. However, let the Kumars challenge the world and show that although others think it is impossible, they are Kumars who are free from obstacles. Such Kumars who show a sample to the world are great Kumars. Baba always congratulates such Kumars from his heart. Do you understand? You are not those who are very good 1 minute for the next minute. When an obstacle comes, you fluctuate. A Kumar means one who neither becomes a problem nor is defeated by a problem. So a situation comes. Have I created the situation? Am I the cause of the problem? Have I become a problem? Or do I have such spiritual capacity and power that the problem is ended? Kumars can claim a number ahead of the Kumaris. However, you are Kumars who are free from obstacles, because when Baba's saying free from obstacles, it sort of feels as Baba's talking about a whole variety of things. And of course, what Baba's talking about very categorically is purity, free from the obstacles that come on the path of purity. So Baba's saying, you are Kumars who are free from obstacles, because usually the Kumars have the obstacle of not having a companion, but of wanting one. So in one way or another, they create that company. Some Kumars even make some their companions, while others get caught up in some company. They want to sit and chat, and then they also have thoughts about making someone their companion. However, there are also such Kumars who neither create any other company than that of the Father, nor make others their companions. The Kumars who always stay in the company of the Father remain constantly happy. So you can have very good company, company of Baba. So which Kumars are you? Do you need a little company? Well, is the whole family your company? In that case, it is fine. But it is wrong to have the company of just 2 or 3 or just 1. Now, that is the question. Am I able to stay content with Baba as my companion and to be in company with a whole family, whether it's a little family or a big family, but to be content within that family? Or am I saying, I want one individual, one human being to be my companion, and the company of the whole family is not being recognized? So who are all of you? You are free from obstacles, are you not? New Kumaris will also show wonders. Ultimately, you have to make the world bow down in front of you and the Father, do you not? So this is the wonder of the Kumaris. This wonder will make the world bow down. Kumar, solo, alone with Baba, God as my companion. Now that would be amazing, Baba's saying. The world will sing your praise, that it is the wonder of the Kumaris. Not the Kumaris? Baba's got an answer for that. The majority of Kumaris still stay in the company of service, but the Kumaris think a little bit about having company. Therefore, create a Pandavavan with the right type of group of brothers and keep yourself safe. Do this. However, don't create a Pandavavan in which tomorrow one will go to the east and the other one will go to the west. Do not create a Pandavavan like that. Bap Dada is especially proud of the Kumaris because even while living alone, you were moving along in your efforts. Why can 2 or 3 Kumaris not get together and live together and continue to move along? There doesn't have to be just a female companion. Even 2 Kumaris can live together. However, you have to remain companions who are free from obstacles for one another. 2 people living together in a bhavan, and can they get along? Can they manage together? Now that is the challenge that comes. As yet, you have not shown this wonder. If you can cooperate with one another at a time of need, then what is not possible? Other things come in between. And this is why Bap Dada says no to creating Pandav Bhavans. However, someone can create a sample and demonstrate this. I'll just take a pause to share with you 2 stories. One is a story of the Pandav Bhavan that was started in India, maybe the early 60s. And it was a group of brothers who came together to stay, and it didn't work out. And so one went here, the other one went there, and so on. And so after that, Baba really wasn't about to give permission for groups to stay together in that way. A center was different because then everybody's there together with that same aim of service, and it's a different story. But just a bhavan, and Baba had seen too much disturbance through all of that. And then when Dadi came to London in 74, many were coming, and by 75, a good solid group had been created, and there were several Kumars in that, Simon and Charlie and Aidan and Louis and various other people, many of you know them. And Daddy said to them, They were about to go to Madhuban, December 75. This was the third group that would be going to Madhuban. And Daddy said to them, when you come back from Madhuban, find a place where you can all stay together, but it should be within calling distance from the center. So we were still in Tennyson Road in a tiny little place. And just across the road, just on the other corner, was a place where downstairs it was Caribbean foods and fishes. And upstairs was this little apartment, and the brothers were able to get that. And literally, it was calling distance from the center. And Dadi Gulzar inaugurated this in 1976, around August, July, August, somewhere around there. And it was such a tiny place, but Baba called Dadi. She was offering talk. She went to Baba and brought back a beautiful message. And so that Pandav Bhavan was the start of another Bhavan, and then finally Shanti Bhavan, where 8, 9 brothers stayed for many, many years, some going away on service, some going away on holiday, but generally that group has continued since that time, since 1978, this Shanti Bhavan, and still going strong with a beautiful group of very, very dedicated brothers. So Baba said, create a sample, and that sample became the example for many, many bhavans across the world. There was also a Shakti Bhavan, but the Shanti Bhavan and Shakti Bhavan gave inspiration to many others. So what didn't happen in India happened abroad. So someone can create a sample and demonstrate this. It shouldn't be that you create a Pandav Bhavan and then continue to take up the time of the instrument daddies and didis. Problems arise, and so they come to Baba's house and say, how can we deal with this? What can we do about this? And Baba's saying, no, just learn to live together. Be capable, free from obstacles, each one worthier than the next, and then see how well your name will be glorified. Did the Kumaris hear this? Become worthy Kumars, belonging to one, and also become Kumars who are free from obstacles. In the field of service, do not become a problem yourselves, but become those who finish all problems. Then see how great the value of Kumars is, because service cannot be done without the Kumars. Very special role of being Baba's Pandav army and supporting Baba's work and carrying it forward. So what will the Kumars do? All Kumars say, we will demonstrate this by becoming Kumars who are free from obstacles. Kumars stood up and made this promise to Bap Dada. Now, everyone's photo has been taken. Don't think that you stood up and that no one saw you. The photo has been taken. It is good. You children have courage and you receive the Father's help, and the whole family is with you. To all the children everywhere, as well as giving them the canopy of cooperation of love for all time, Bap Dada is also giving them congratulations from his heart for their service. Baba continues to receive service news of this land and abroad. Every child also continues to give the true news of his heart. There are more letters from abroad. Congratulations to the children who give their service news. Along with that, Baba is also giving the blessing of for service for yourselves or world service. May you be successful. To those who give news of their personal efforts, Bab Dada gives the blessing. Just as you please the Father with your honest heart, in the same way, keep yourselves happy with your own sanskaras and within the gathering by knowing all the secrets. To know the secrets of one another's sanskars and to understand the situations is the stage of being one who knows all secrets. Raz Yukt, the secrets of each one and every situation. To write your chart with an honest heart and to write letters of loving conversations, all of that is to finish the past and have a loving heart-to-heart conversation. And this will always continue to give you the experience of closeness. This is in response to your letters. Hundreds of letters, and Baba's given a reply to all of them, all together. Those from abroad are very clever at writing letters. They write letters very often. To those from Bharat, Baba says, don't start writing long letters now, because Baba has praised the children, so others might be thinking, well, I want to write long letters and post them to Baba. Write long letters to Baba, but don't post them to Madhuban. Bab Dada has said, simply write a letter of 2 words. Okay, absolutely fine. You may write service news, but otherwise, okay. Everything is included in that. O, the symbol for Shiv Baba, and K, the kingdom, Alpha and Beta, Baba and the kingdom. So everything is included in that. It is easy to read such letters and also to write such letters. However, don't write okay if you're not okay. Only write okay when you become okay. It still takes time to read the post, doesn't it? Whatever task you carry out, let it always be short and sweet, so that whoever reads it will be happy to read it. So don't write the story of the Ramayana, the Bhagavad Gita. The Gita is small, and the Bhagavad, the beautiful stories of the experiences of the gopis and God's love. For the Ramayana, all sorts of human failings and mistakes and errors and complications and long, long details. So don't get into long, complicated stories of the Ramayana. Do you understand? You have to give your news, but learn how to give that news. Baba has to teach us everything. To all the great souls who know the importance of the subtle service of good wishes and pure feelings, Bab Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. So Baba spoke to everyone, the Master World benefactors. Baba spoke to the teachers, the Kumars, the Kumaris, and then replied to everyone's letters. So Baba didn't miss out on anything. And of course, yet another blessing from Baba. May you be a true server who constantly experiences victory with your own transformation. Just as you have become constant yogis, similarly, become constantly victorious, and you will become true servers. This is because when a victorious soul experiences victory in every thought and at every step, many souls are automatically served when they see their transformation. Their eyes give the experience of spirituality. Their behavior gives a vision of the Father's activities, and the jewel on their foreheads gives a vision of the jewel of contentment. Special souls who serve with their Avyakt image are called true servers. A wonderful definition of what a true server is. And of course, today it's the third Sunday of the month, so the Murli is carrying a reminder of that. But it's also the United Nations Day of Remembrance for Road Accident Victims. And so whether it's somebody who's left, somebody, family who's bereaved, whatever it may be, it's really everyone who's been connected with anything in terms of road accidents.